Let's get it poppin', man, I'm simply ball dropping. Let's get it poppin', man, I'm simply ball dropping. You must love us cause you can't stop watching. You must love us cause you can't stop watching. Let's get it poppin', man, I'm simply ball dropping like it's New Year's Eve. Boy, it's James IV, that's Roman numeral 4 off the top with the intro. What up, K-Sap, no cap, that's the big bro. You know the ladies hold it down for the team. We be the hottest on this YouTube screens. We got sports, media, news, that round table talk. Them other parts ain't got the same sauce. Nah, hit us in the chat, but no haters allowed. Send you to the block party, what you gotta say now? We on live, hit us up and subscribe. If you like it to share, show love instead of staring. Man behind the mic, numbers don't lie. Send me a super chat to all that may apply. Ain't no party like an SPD party. Let's get the show started, pull up, everybody. Let's get it poppin', man, I'm simply ball dropping. Let's get it poppin', man, I'm simply ball dropping. You must love us cause you can't stop watching. You must love us cause you can't stop watching.
Yes, yes, yes. You know who it is. It's your favorite host, the man behind the mic of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast, K-Sap. What's up? What's up? What's up? It's been a minute, man, but I'm back. People been asking about me, but I'm back. Do me a favor, once you come in the building, do me a favor, drop a like on the video. Make sure you hype the video up after you watch it. Even with the videos that I drop and you guys get a chance to watch it, if you're available to hype it up, do me a favor. Hype them videos up, man. Get them videos off in that algorithm, man, and share these videos out, man. These videos, man, that, you know, we doing Shedeur, man, giving y'all this great content. Because, man, the media, man, well, the media is crucial, man. And the media have been saying some things that we got to talk about, man. We all know, man, everything surrounded around Shedeur Sanders, man. We know everything that's surrounded around him during the draft process, all the lies that people were saying, and things like that, man. Do me a favor, man. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn your post notifications on so you know every time we drop a live video, or we just drop a podcast in general, man. But appreciate everybody. Salute. So when you come in, if you haven't got a chance to join the community, make sure y'all join the, you know, one of the fastest growing communities out here, man. Make sure y'all hit the join button, man. Like I said, the doors of the church is always open. You can hit the join button. Appreciate everybody that sends the super chats and stuff like that. That means, you know, y'all appreciate the content that we giving y'all guys over here. But like I said, once y'all come in the building, just drop a like on the video. I'll give the live a chance to catch up to some people. I know YouTube sends the notifications out late that, you know, that I went live. A lot of people, you know, come in the middle of the live and say, hey, I didn't get a notification. So, yeah. So we'll give the live a chance to, you know, catch up with a few people and we'll get started. But y'all see the title of the show. You know, the media is lying to you. Shedeur Sanders haters. He doesn't play the game the right way. And we're going to talk about what Todd McShay had to say. We're going to talk about it. So, you know, Todd McVay spreading more lies on Shedeur Sanders. Well, I see everybody that's coming in the building. Appreciate you coming in. China Eyes, I see you. I see you in the dark with a smile with Michelle. Hawaiian Chris, 5282. Booby 312. I see you, Mark Jetson. I see you, Makai Visuals. I see you, ADP. Also, I see you, Selmore Fudd. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Yeah, the media just can't help themselves, man. All this lies about, Shedeur Sanders that are spewing around, and, we got to talk about it. I see you, Ryan, 314. I see you, Shay Boost. I see you. I see you, Max Miller, 18. I see y'all coming in the building, man. Appreciate y'all support. Make sure you drop a like on the video. But yeah, this stuff about Todd McShay, man, this has been a hot topic, man. Like, he's going viral for the crazy stuff that he said about Shedeur Sanders here a couple of days ago. Actually, I think it was yesterday, where he was talking about Shedeur Sanders needs to mature and things like that. But like I always tell you, I never throw a rock and hide my hand. So, I'm always available to you guys. But yeah, so that's the crazy stuff, man. So, and I don't know what's going on, but it's kind of, oh man, it's kind of diabolical, man, that, these people out here, the media is really going out sad over Shedeur Sanders. And they saying some things that it's kind of crazy. That the latest, we heard what Todd McShay had to say, talking about, he's immature. He got a lot of growing up to do. He don't play the game the right way. So, chat, what y'all think about that? What y'all think about Todd McShay's comments? I mean, if nobody heard the comments, man, I'll play what he said. And then he said, appreciate you, Thomas White. I'll play what Todd McShay had to say. And then he went on and say that, he don't have the arm talent, when he's talking about Caleb Williams and stuff like that. Like, man, what has Todd McShay been looking at? What has Todd McShay been looking at, man? I mean, has he saw the pinpoint accuracy Shedeur got? How he can get the ball down the field with ease? Like, I just don't understand what some of these people see, man. And the crazy thing about it is, it's the hard criticism that they're giving, like they told us, Shedeur Sanders is a 5th round pick, right? So why are y'all taking y'all's time? Why are y'all even criticizing a 5th round draft pick? Why are y'all making an emphasis on coming out each and every day to criticize somebody that y'all said that is a 5th round pick? Why would y'all do that? Y'all criticizing a 5th round pick, but I haven't heard no criticism over some of these veteran quarterbacks that's been in the league for a while that are out there throwing picks, giving games up. But we don't hear y'all talking about them. Y'all want to focus on Shedeur Sanders because of the fact that the people that support Shedeur Sanders and saying all this good things about Shedeur, y'all want to come in the back door and say negative stuff. Leave us alone. We already know what Shedeur Sanders brings to the table. We already know Shedeur Sanders is elite. So y'all don't have to come in here and spread the lies out there and start backtracking on some of your comments. Y'all ain't got to do that. I mean, like I said, it's some ex-players that are going out sad, flip-flopping over Shedeur Sanders. Emmanuel Acho, he started saying some crazy things about Shedeur when Shedeur was trying to get a chance to get on the field, and he was a backup to Dylan Gabriel, even when he was the number 4 quarterback on the depth chart. Emmanuel Acho was saying some crazy stuff about him then. But all of a sudden, Shedeur Sanders he gets the starting nod, and he's making Acho eat his words. Now he wants to be praising Shedeur Sanders. And, Matt Barnes said, nah, like I've always said, if you've been on that side, stay on that side. What's up, Chancellor? I see you. If you've been on that side, stay on that side. Why flip the script now? See, we always been standing 10 toes down. We've always told you guys, even during the draft process, when we started doing this content, we was telling everybody about how they doing Shedeur Sanders wrong because he belongs in the NFL. We've always said that. But now you got people that want to flip-flop because now Shedeur Sanders has proven himself to be an NFL talent and to potentially be a franchise quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. Now everybody wants to switch their tune. But now you also got these haters out there that are still spreading false innuendos about Shedeur Sanders. And like I said, it goes to the fact of what Todd McShay said. How are you going to say that he's immature? Like what? Like my thing is, has he even listened to some of the stuff that his quarterback coach Bill Musgrave has said about Shedeur Sanders, that he is willing to learn every single day? Like, how does Shedeur Sanders come off and come across to anybody as immature? Like, he has handled every situation so eloquently, man. And for these people, like, this is the problem that the media has, man. The media can't get out their own way, man. They so stuck on all these narratives that they get in their own way. So let's listen to what Todd McShay had to say.
I don't think it's in Cleveland.
Can he be a starter in the NFL?
All right, look, hold up. I'm gonna start that over because I want y'all to listen to how it started out. All right, take a listen.
Shedeur Sanders' future in pro football.
I don't think it's in Cleveland.
Can he be a starter in the NFL?
I think he can. I think he has a lot of maturing to do, Urban. I really do. I think both as an individual and as.
So check this out. He's telling this to Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer asked a question about Shedeur Sanders' future in the NFL. He's basically saying he don't have a future in Cleveland. Well, I know everybody wants Shedeur out of Cleveland, but I think his future is in Cleveland because we've all seen that he can be the franchise quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. That's up to the organization. But then he goes on to say that he's immature. He has a lot of growing up to do. What growing up does Shedeur need to do? Take a listen.
As a quarterback and learning to play within the scheme, I think there's a lot of drifting and sliding out of the pocket. I think there's this innate, because of the way he played at Colorado and throughout his college career, there's this kind of like hero brand of quarterback that he likes to play where every play has to be a home run and he's got to run around and do all those things. He had the bad tendencies that Caleb Williams had that he developed at USC, but he doesn't have the arm and the mobility that Caleb possessed to get.
Hold up. Does that make any sense? He just basically says Shedeur doesn't have the arm or the mobility to get out of situations like Caleb Williams. How asinine does that sound, man? He just came out and told y'all that Shedeur Sanders does not have the arm. Like, some of these media personnel, what are they watching? What are they watching? See, guys, you got to watch out for the media because the next thing they're going to say is, just because Francisco Mendoza won the Heisman, the next thing they're going to say is Cleveland needs to for sure draft him. And he's exactly, shout out to Ron for the super chat. He said he's telling that to Urban Meyer of all people. Like, these people are just, the hate is real, man. Like, we just got to call a spade, man. And we're going to use the word hate, man, because it's hate because they're so focused on criticizing somebody that they said was a 5th round draft pick and he was drafted in the 5th round, but y'all making emphasis to criticize this 5th round draft choice. It ain't like he was the first pick or the second pick, but y'all criticizing him. But did y'all watch the game against the #1 pick in Cam Ward against Tennessee? Have y'all critiqued Cam Ward? Have y'all came out and said anything about Cam Ward? See, that's the problem. This Shedeur Sanders stuff, this Shedeur Sanders movement is real, because you got people like us that we've always been telling y'all since we've been doing this content, bigging Shedeur Sanders up, letting people know, when is Cleveland going to give Shedeur Sanders a chance at quarterback? And see, what happened was Shedeur Sanders gets a chance, and see, that's making them eat crow, because they seeing that, man, this guy ain't no 5th round draft pick. He ain't no 5th round talent. He's a 1st to 2nd round talent. And see, the problem is, when Dylan Gabriel was in there, where was the criticism? Did they say Dylan Gabriel need to grow up? Did they say Dylan Gabriel need to start throwing the ball down the field? Where was all the media personnel then? Where was all the media personnel that didn't even speak on Dylan Gabriel in the draft? None of these guys that are talking all this gibberish had Dylan Gabriel ranked above Shedeur Sanders. So where's the criticism for Dylan Gabriel? But all we hear is people trying to criticize Shedeur Sanders. This is what he needs to do. He's doing. Y'all watched enough tape in college knowing that Shedeur Sanders is special. He didn't get the Himothy Award for nothing. He didn't get the John Unitas Award for nothing. They not hand-me-down awards. So the tape that he put out there in Colorado and the tape that he put at Jackson State goes to show you, man, that this guy is a special type of quarterback. He led the FBS in completion percentage. How can you just shit on that and throw that under the rug, man? And all y'all want to do is criticize him, talking about he's immature, he needs to grow up. But see, y'all don't like his bravado. Y'all don't like his swag, man. Y'all don't like what he brings to the table. The same stuff that he brings to the table is the same antics that Jackson, Dart, and all these other quarterbacks do, but y'all don't criticize them. And the crazy thing about it is, for the 3 starts that Shedeur Sanders had, I'm talking about the 3 starts, he's thrown over 700 yards, 5 TDs, well, actually 6 because of the rushing touchdown, and 2 interceptions. I'm not talking about the interception when he was thrust in there against Baltimore. I'm talking about as a starter. And then you get the rookie of the week. Shedeur Sanders potentially can be the offensive rookie of the year at the end of the season. So I guess they won't talk about that. They won't talk about all the records that he is achieving as a starting quarterback. The first rookie to win a game for the Cleveland Browns. They don't want to talk about that. They don't want to talk about the elite company that he's in when he passed for over 360-some yards, had 3 throwing touchdowns and 1 rushing touchdown. That puts him in elite company. The first quarterback to do that in the Super Bowl era as a rookie. Joe Burrows was the other. And then another accolade that he was put up against was Aaron Rodgers, but they don't want to talk about that. And then the thing about, Jackson Dart be wearing his hat backwards, sunglasses on, but they like all that. They like all his on-field antics when he scores and all the dancing and stuff. But Shedeur Sanders don't do no dancing. All he do is throw the wrist up. Y'all have a big problem with that. So for Todd McShay to come out and say the things that he said about the immaturity, he needs to grow up. And he's talking about his days in Colorado where, hero plays and stuff like that. But did you hear what Bill Musgrave said? Bill Musgrave said that Shedeur is learning every day. But hold up, chat. Didn't they tell us Shedeur Sanders had a learning curve? He didn't know the playbook. He was behind the 8 ball. That's the reason why he wasn't playing. because he had a lot to learn, that he wasn't NFL ready. Dylan Gabriel was NFL ready. So out of the guys, if you've seen play with the Cleveland Browns, who is more NFL ready? Shedeur Sanders or Dylan Gabriel? Shedeur Sanders is probably the most NFL ready quarterback that you have as a rookie that's been playing. Shedeur Sanders don't take no ill-advised hits. Shedeur Sanders, when he runs and scrambles, he know how to get down. These other guys, man, they taking all these hits. That's why they in concussion protocol. This is what I'm saying. Like everything that led up to the draft that they said about Shedeur Sanders, man, is nonsense, man. Because everything that was being said, Shedeur Sanders has proved that to be a lie. How many times have we talked about Shedeur Sanders, you know, his bravado when he's talking to the media? But they lied to us and said he didn't know how to handle himself when he's talking to the media. And everybody that watches Shedeur Sanders do a press conference, they are basically in love with all his answers and the way he conducts himself. This kid is humble. Just like when they gave him the Himothy Award in the locker room. He didn't get too excited about that. He said, "Oh, this is nice." So this is crazy. And, you know, Mel Kiper, this guy, Mel Kiper, been doing this for years. And Mel Kiper been standing 10 toes down. Mel Kiper told everybody about Shedeur Sanders. And it's proven that Mel Kiper is right. And see, but everybody said, "Oh, Mel Kiper is glazing Shedeur. He's on the Shedeur bandwagon. He's on the train." Nah. Everything that we've been telling y'all about Shedeur Sanders, we already knew. But see, this is what happens. The media gets caught in the trick bag, right? So when the media gets caught in the trick bag, they revert back to lies. And then you got some media personnel switching up. You got media personnel switching up, man. But see, that's the Shedeur Sanders effect, man. And then the crazy thing is, you still got people in the Cleveland media talking about he still got to go out there and prove himself, man. What else does Shedeur Sanders got to show, man? What else does he got to show? I understand that you got to win ball games, but as a quarterback, what else does Shedeur Sanders got to go out there and show you guys, man? This is a team game, man. The quarterback can't lose all the games, man. Shedeur Sanders ain't out there playing defense. Shedeur Sanders is not giving up points on defense because he's not out there. The defense got to play their part. Special teams got to play their part. The quarterback, Shedeur Sanders, did his job, marching the team down the field, putting them in position to win. But it was their coach that took Shedeur Sanders out when he needed him most. And you want to run the Wildcat offense, man. This is the stuff that gets you every time, man. This is the stuff that gets you every time, man. So Shedeur Sanders is out there performing. I've always told people, men lie, women lie, stats don't. Stats don't lie, man. And Shedeur Sanders' stats don't lie, man. He's averaging 260 yards, you know, through the air, average in his 4 games that he's played. That's including the game that he was thrown against Baltimore. So you're just looking at them numbers alone, man. And then you look at some of these other quarterbacks around the league, and that's what Shedeur Sanders was trying to tell y'all earlier. That give me an opportunity, I can go out there and play better than some of these quarterbacks. And basically, just because Cleveland Browns team is losing, if you just look at the way Shedeur Sanders is playing, he's played better than some of these veteran quarterbacks. And then another thing about it is they always talk about the weather. Oh, the inclement weather. Shedeur Sanders went out there and balled out last week in the snow. He went out there and outperformed the number 1 pick in the draft, man. It wasn't even close. Even though Tennessee got the win, what Shedeur Sanders did wasn't even close to what Cam Ward possibly could do. Cam Ward hasn't had a game like that. Cam Ward has played every game for the Tennessee Titans. But they was telling us Shedeur Sanders was behind the 8 ball. He's setting off in practice, ain't getting no first-team reps for a guy that wasn't getting no first-team reps, had no continuity with the team, and then to come in to play the way he's playing, that should tell you a lot. Y'all should have gave him the keys from the start. Because if you gave him the keys from the start, this Cleveland football team would be further along than what they are. We'd be talking a different story. We'll be talking a different story. And see, I told you guys that before, man, when it was talking about the Miami game when Dylan Gabriel was in there. They was trying to protect Dylan Gabriel from the weather out there. Talking about it's going to be a slick ball. It's going to be a wet ball. It's going to be raining. It's going to be windy. So what they wanted to do, they wanted to run the ball. They wanted to protect Dylan Gabriel's flaws because of the inclement weather. You don't have no inclement weather when you're playing in Oregon. Shedeur Sanders been playing in inclement weather all his life. Jackson State, inclement weather. Played in Colorado, up in Boulder. It's cold up in Colorado. It gets snow up there. He's been playing in inclement weather. We saw what he did against Baylor in the rain. And to have a touch on the football like that in snow and windy conditions, and y'all tell me this kid ain't special, and then Todd McShay come out talking about, oh, he don't have a strong enough arm. This is what I'm talking about. That he don't have a strong enough arm. That doesn't even make sense, man. You talking about he don't have and a lot of people, if you listen to him on First Take, like Cam Newton said, hey, Shedeur Sanders is probably better than Caleb Williams. But this is Todd McShay's talking point. He wanted to make a comparison between him and Caleb Williams. Come on, man. It ain't going to work. So I'm going to let y'all listen one more time of what Todd McShay had to say for the new people that just came in here.
Shedeur Sanders' future in pro football.
I don't think it's in Cleveland.
Can he be a starter in the NFL?
I think he can. I think he has a lot of maturing to do, Urban. I really do. I think both as an individual and as a quarterback and learning to play within the scheme. I think there's a lot of drifting and sliding out of the pocket. I think there's this innate, because of the way he played at Colorado and throughout his college career, there's this kind of like hero brand of quarterback that he likes to play where every play has to be a home run and he's got to run around and do all those things. He had the bad tendencies that Caleb Williams had that he developed at USC, but he doesn't have the arm and the mobility that Caleb possessed to get out.
Did y'all hear that? He said he don't have the arm or the mobility to get out of the situations that Caleb Williams put himself in. That is crazy, man. That is crazy, man. Hey, shout out to Sean, Hawaiian Chris 5282 for the $5 super chat. He says somebody said Shedeur's last game equals to 3 Dylan games. I don't hear nobody checking for Dylan Gabriel anymore. Shedeur took that spot. Totally agree. And this is what I'm saying, Hawaiian Chris. To what you just said, I never heard no criticism from the media, the media personnel that we know of, supposed to be these, NFL experts. We never heard of nobody coming at Dylan Gabriel. Nobody checking for Dylan Gabriel for his faults. But it seems like everybody wants to pile on Shedeur Sanders. And if you listen to everything that the quarterback's coach and Bill Musgrave said, Shedeur Sanders is he loves Shedeur. He's legit. He's learning every day. Musgrave can't believe how quick he picked up on things. But see, you got other people saying that Shedeur couldn't pick up on stuff. That's another lie. That's another lie. That's another lie, guys. That's another lie. But what Shedeur is out there doing, see, this is what's hurting people. Shedeur Sanders is out there performing. Now they got to find anything that they can say to minimize his performances. That's what it boils down to. Because they told us this guys, I want y'all to let this sink in, man. They told us and they showed us that Shedeur Sanders was a 5th round pick. 144th, right? So why do you take time to criticize a 144th pick in the NFL draft? So that's basically telling you that if you're a 144th pick and you go in the 5th round, there's a lot of catching up you need to do. It's a lot of things that you need to learn. So leave it at that. But nah, y'all don't see it for that. Y'all see it as Shedeur Sanders got his opportunity and he's proven you guys wrong. So now you want to continue to lie. That's the crazy thing about it. Now you want to continue to lie. Because now, like I said, Shedeur Sanders got y'all in the trick bag. Because I'm telling you, if Shedeur Sanders comes out tomorrow and they beat the Chicago Bears in Chicago in that inclement weather, what you gonna say? What you gonna say now? And he outperforms Caleb Williams. Swagoo said he got a possibility to outperform him. Even Chris Bouchard said that. So you got guys in media that think highly of Shedeur Sanders, and they know what he's capable of doing. So if they come out and beat the Chicago Bears inside Chicago in that frigid weather, just like early in the season, didn't Cleveland beat Green Bay? Didn't Cleveland beat Green Bay? Anything can happen. If Cleveland's defense comes to show up and Shedeur Sanders moves that ball and the coach lets Shedeur do what Shedeur needs to do and they beat Chicago, Chicago's one of the hottest teams in the NFL, what they going to say now? Now what the criticism going to be? Oh, he's a hothead. Oh, he's scoring touchdowns and he's still showing people up with the Shedeur. But don't people that get in the end zone, don't they be doing the 6-7? Don't they be doing the Dougie? Don't they be doing all kinds of stuff? But Shedeur Sanders just looks in the crowd and throws his wrist up. See, they let that intimidate them. That's what I'm saying. Like all the teams that Shedeur got left to play, they got big name quarterbacks. And if Shedeur goes out there and competes and he looks good in the showing and he puts up his numbers and Cleveland so happens to get a win, even if they don't win and Shedeur Sanders' numbers looks good, what they going to say? What are they going to say? Chat, what they going to say, man? What they going to say? Then they going to move the goalposts. Well, he got to do it again next year. Oh, come on, man. I don't want to hear that. What else does Shedeur got to prove to y'all guys, man? Because we already knew what he was doing. Exactly. He outplayed Brock Purdy. He outplayed Brock Purdy, but don't nobody want it. They don't want to say that. They don't want to say that. All they do is want to criticize him. But they don't want to tell y'all that. They don't want to tell y'all that. Yeah, I can see Cleveland upsetting Chicago. Because if you look at it, Chicago's defense ain't all that. Shedeur can go out there and light them up. Shedeur can go out there and light them up. It ain't no difference, man. Shedeur Sanders is about his business. His focus, as long as he trusts them guys, he going to get them the ball, man. And like you said, it comes with time, man. We've seen Shedeur Sanders elevate his play in each of his starts. The first start against the Raiders, we saw what he did. Legendary. We saw what he did against San Francisco. Had a good game. He wasn't the cause of them losing the game. You see what he did against Tennessee. He balled out. He's progressed every week. We can't say that about their previous starter. He regressed every week. It got to a point where the media personnel was like, we just need to see a little bit more of Dylan Gabriel. We need to see a little bit more of Dylan Gabriel. Now what they're saying is, Shedeur Sanders, you got to take it week by week. You still got something to prove. What does Shedeur Sanders got to prove? See, that's the difference. We want to see Dylan Gabriel more so we can put more tape on him. But now that Shedeur Sanders is balling out, he got to continue to do this to keep his job. And this is what Shedeur Sanders was saying when he had the one-on-one sit down with the Cleveland guy. He don't even trust him. He just got to keep doing the things that he's doing, because like Shedeur is basically telling people, it's like, I'm not guaranteed to have my starting position next year. This is what I'm saying. Now that you got Deshaun Watson back in the fray, because you know next year Deshaun Watson gonna be ready to play because he's already amped up his practice. He's even running the scout team. This is what I'm saying. So you got to watch it. So when they keep on saying, you know, the media personnel keep putting out this stuff, the Cleveland media keeps putting out this stuff, Mary Kay keeps putting out this stuff, that we need to see more. Like, what else do you need to see to let you guys know that y'all got the right one? What else do you got to see? What else do you got to see? See, people want to move the goalposts on talking about what team Shedeur has performed against. Man, I don't want to hear that. They're NFL football teams, man. They're NFL football teams. What did Dylan Gabriel do against the worst team in the league at that time, the New York Jets? He did nothing and took a L. So y'all miss me with that. Y'all always want to move the goalposts when it comes to Shedeur Sanders, man. Y'all try to move the goalposts talking about against the worst defenses, man. You look at all these other quarterbacks that played against the worst team in the Tennessee Titans defense. Did they put up the numbers that Shedeur Sanders put up? No. Do your research. Do your research. So for the people that are saying, oh, he put up these numbers against the worst team in the NFL, name me another quarterback that played against the Tennessee Titans that put up the type of numbers Shedeur did, or even close. And I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. I want anybody that's in the chat that's saying, oh, Shedeur put these numbers up against the worst team in the NFL, the Raiders and the Tennessee Titans. I want y'all to give me the facts and give me the stats that somebody put up even close numbers to Shedeur, what he put up against Tennessee. Name me another team that played the Tennessee Titans that put up them numbers. See, y'all, look, there's too many crickets out there now. And this is what I'm trying to say. So don't believe half of the stuff that y'all chatting. Y'all want to come in here and talk about all this crazy stuff. Oh, he did this against the worst team in the NFL. What did Dylan Gabriel do against the New York Jets? See, y'all don't want to talk about that. Y'all don't want to talk about that. See, you got nothing to say now. Look, Rahul Haven, you ain't got nothing to say now. I'm waiting for your response. Google's your best friend. Go Google it. What other NFL quarterback put up them type of numbers against Tennessee Titans since you say the Tennessee Titans are the worst team in the NFL? Come on, put your stats out there. I'll wait for you. So you can't do it. That's how y'all try to move the goalpost, man. That's how y'all try to move the goalpost, man. I want you to name me another quarterback that threw for 3 touchdowns, had a rushing touchdown, threw for 364 yards against the Tennessee Titans. So you can't do it. That's the problem. You can't do it. That's the problem. You can't do it. See, that's what they'll try to do, guys. That's what they'll try to do. See, he can't back up what he chatted. You talk about you tell me you the head cheerleader. Nah, I asked you the question. Since you want to come in here and chat what you wanted to chat, I'm asking you a simple question. Name me another quarterback in the NFL that played the Tennessee Titans this year that threw for over 360 yards, had 3 throwing touchdowns and 1 rushing touchdown. I know I can't name no other one because it never happened. Raul, it never happened. That's why you said neither can you. I know I can't because there's none that exist. That's the problem. You just talking pure hate, man. Take your heart out of it, man. You talking pure hate, man. When you come in here, man, come with facts, man. Don't just come in here talking, man. Pair of lips to say anything, man. That's what I'm saying. That's what they try to do. And that's what the media try to do. He act like he's part of the media personnel. These are the lies that people want to talk about. Oh, he did it against the Tennessee Titans. I already told him that, Mike. Nobody put up them kind of stats, man. Nobody put up them kind of stats, man. But you want to come in here and say, oh, y'all glazing him because he did it against the worst NFL defense in the league. Well, if they the worst NFL defense in the league, everybody that played Tennessee should have been doing the same thing. Let me ask you a question, Raul. What kind of stat line did Dylan Gabriel put up against the worst team at the time in the New York Jets? See, this is when you look at people in the chat and say, you're the weakest link. Goodbye. See, that's the problem. This is the problem that I have, man. This is the problem that I have. It's too much goalpost moving. These are NFL teams, man. These are NFL teams, man. Like, it's crazy, man. These are NFL teams, man. And when Shedeur Sanders does anything good, that's what they'll try to do. That's what they'll try to do. They'll try to say, oh, it was against a poor NFL team. That's what they try to do, man. But it's all good. He sound like Todd McShay. He sound like Rex Ryan. He sound like Dan Orlowski. He sound like Emmanuel Acho started out. That's how people do, man. And see, when you ain't got nothing else to say, and when somebody put you on blast, you go hide. I gave you an opportunity to respond, and you still can't respond. You still can't respond. That's the beauty of it, man. You got to come with some substance, man. You got to come with some facts, man. Because you just talking. You just talking. y'all, you just talking. That's the crazy thing. You just talking. Guys, I tell you, man, this stuff is diabolical, man. It's diabolical. It's diabolical. What? Let me ask y'all a question, man. I'm gonna ask y'all a question. Wouldn't y'all consider that the season Drake May is having for the New England Patriots? Wouldn't y'all consider him to be a good quarterback in the NFL? Just put a 1 in the chat if y'all think Drake May is a pretty good quarterback in the NFL. Phillip Rivers. just put a 1 in the chat if y'all think Drake May is a pretty good NFL quarterback right now. So for all the people that put a 1 in the chat, I'm going to help y'all out. Drake May against the Tennessee Titans only threw for 222 yards. But that's against the worst team in the NFL, the worst defense. But he threw for 222 yards. But you don't criticize that. You don't criticize that, right? He threw for 222 yards, man. But you don't criticize that. See, this is what I'm talking about. You don't criticize that. Another thing. Hey, CJ Stroud was the offensive rookie of the year his rookie year, right? Y'all consider CJ Stroud a good quarterback? CJ Stroud only threw for 233 yards. See, that's what I'm saying. He only threw for 233 yards. You see what I'm saying? This is what I'm talking about, people. This is the comparisons, and this is what people do. This is the narratives that people be putting out there. Matthew Stafford. Don't y'all consider Matthew Stafford a good quarterback? He threw for 298 yards. He had 2 touchdowns, but he had 2 picks. But Tennessee got the worst defense in the league. See, this is the stuff I'm talking about. People just be talking out the side of their neck. Justin Herbert, don't y'all think he's a pretty good quarterback? He only threw for 250 yards. He had 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Come on, guys. Let's make it make sense. This is what I'm talking about. But this is how this negative condensation gets thrown out there, man. That's how the negative condensation gets put out there, and all these lies keep coming out because y'all want to move the goalposts. Dollar Bill said, history was made in the Sanders versus Titans game, and the haters are still hating. That's what they do, Dollar Bill. This is all this is about, man. Because they don't like Shedeur. They don't like what he's bringing to the football community, man. You know, we've been around. This ain't nothing new to us. This ain't nothing new to us, man. We've always been standing 10 toes down about Shedeur. And I'm not wavering. Everything I said, I meant what I said. You ain't going to catch me flip-flopping. Shedeur Sanders out there doing Shedeur Sanders things. And then you got people out there talking this crazy stuff, but then you got people with inside the organizations, especially his quarterback coach and Bill Musgrave. All the positive things that he's saying about Shedeur. Man. This is what I'm talking about, guys. Listen. This it ain't gonna change, man. Shedeur Sanders could have threw for 500 yards against the Tennessee Titans, and it's still going to be some kind of hate and vitriol to undermine what he went out there and did. That's the diabolical part. Like, numbers are numbers, man. And if they're such a bad defensive team, then every quarterback should be throwing for over 300 yards against the Tennessee Titans, man. I mean, look, Isaiah, they making themselves look like clowns, man. That they making themselves look like clowns. I don't have to do it. They exposing themselves, man. Because y'all want me to sit here and say that everything that these beat writers are saying about Shedeur Sanders is absolutely true. No, it's not. See, look, hog boss. I didn't even want to get off into that, hog boss. I didn't even want to get off into that because I didn't even want to get off into that, hog ball, about the yak yards. So now they want to put emphasis on yak yards because of the touchdown pass that Shedeur Sanders threw to Dylan Sampson, the pass that he threw to Quinshon Judkins. Now they want to put emphasis on the yak yards when it comes to Shedeur Sanders. Dylan Gabriel had that same opportunity, and he blew it. Like, now they want to put the emphasis on the yak yards. This is crazy. Yak yards been around for a long time, ever since football started. The yak yards been there. Then they want to talk about the pass he threw to Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy had to take it an extra 40 to the crib. I just don't understand, man. They want to fault Shedeur Sanders for throwing a 20-yard pass to Jerry Jeudy and Jerry Jeudy taking it 40 to the house. This is what we deal with. Well, now you got to go back and look at all the yards that the yak yards Randy Moss got for Tom Brady the year that he was with New England when he set the touchdown record with 25. Majority of them was yak yards. Randy Moss taking it to the house. This is what I'm talking about. But everybody was praising. They was praising Dylan for the dink and dunk. They was praising Dylan for the dink and dunk. Talking about, he gets out of his progressions real quick and finds the open man. They was praising him about that. But when Shedeur Sanders is looking downfield, hitting his guys down the field, now y'all want to talk about yak yards. Come on, guys, make it make sense, man. Make it make sense, man. Make it make sense. Look. They don't say look. They never said nothing when Tom Brady was dinking and dunking. Oh, that's an excellent read. See nobody open down the field, and he got it down to his underneath man. But they didn't talk about that. But now you got a young black quarterback coming in the league and got a chance. Now he got the eyes watching him. Now y'all want to make all the excuses. Now y'all want to make all the excuses. That's the problem. Nobody criticized the GOAT for doing what he had to do to rack up his numbers. But as soon as you got a young black quarterback come in and he's doing his thing, now y'all want to talk about yak yards. Come on, man. Make it make sense, man. Hey, guys, if y'all ain't joined the community yet, y'all ain't joined the channel, man, make sure y'all hit the join button, man. The doors of the church is open, man. Go ahead and hit that join button, man. You know, everybody wants Shedeur to get traded up out of Cleveland, and that's the only way he gonna get up out of there. Is they got to trade him up out of there. They got to trade him up out of there. That's the only way he's getting up out of Cleveland, if he's being traded. But like Shedeur Sanders said, he ain't comfortable. He said he's comfortable being uncomfortable. Yeah, he won the Hemi Award and his team celebrated him, but Shedeur, you know, he was humble. He took it in stride and said, oh, this nice. Yeah, everybody's comments that they said on Shedeur Sanders got them looking bad, man. That's why you got people flip-flopping. They're trying to get on the right side of history now. Even the comments that Emmanuel Acho said about Shedeur Sanders before he got his starting opportunity. Acho said some crazy things about Shedeur. Now that he's seen Shedeur Sanders get in and play, now he wants to break down film on Shedeur Sanders, all his throws, that he's legit, he's accurate, and he's a bona fide franchise quarterback. Nah, you can't do that. Matt Barnes called him out on that, man. Matt Barnes called him out on that. Man, I'd love to say, hey, honestly and truthfully, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna leave it alone. If anywhere he get traded, I would love to see him go to Minnesota, man. Yeah, Matt Barnes check Acho. Because Acho know he was wrong. And see, you know, Shady McCoy was trying to tell Acho all this time, man, that Shedeur Sanders is legit. Yeah. That's the crazy thing. Haters make no sense how they think a quarterback is 500 yards. Yeah. Yeah, they got their names out there, man. They're trying to get out. It's going to be a big shakeup. It's going to be a big shakeup. Big shakeup. Yeah, Acho, man, he made himself look bad from the start, man. And Matt Barnes got the receipts. What did I tell you guys about them receipts, man? Them receipts, man, come back and get you every time, man. Them receipts come back and get you every time, man. Yeah, Shady be checking him too. Now, but you see what Acho trying to do? Acho trying to be on the right side now. He want to go to his own personal channel, want to break down. He wanted to break down every throw Shedeur Sanders had against the Tennessee Titans, man. I ain't going to let you do that, man. All the look, do y'all see the injury report? Nice feel. I'm nice feel cutie. Look, I'm glad you pointed that out, man. Do y'all see the injury report that the Cleveland Browns got? Half of the team is injured. Half of the team is injured. You can't make this stuff up, guys. Half of the team is injured. I told you guys that too. I don't trust none of them. Y'all know what my position is. I told you I don't trust none of them. Yeah, cornerback Denzel Ward hurt too. Told you I don't trust none of them. Because look, the crazy thing about it is everybody that, you know, the video that went viral when Deion visited Shedeur and Kevin Stefanski had to come up. Look, miss me with that. And then Jimmy Haslam out there talking to, you know, Deion in the tongue. Man, Deion ain't want to hear that. That was fake. Deion don't want to hear none of that. Deion put that bug in their ear. Deion put that bug in that ear, man. That was all fake, man. Deion ain't want to hear that. Deion ain't want to hear that, man. But you guys, look, man. Big game tomorrow between Chicago and Cleveland, man. And we're gonna do we're gonna do the after party. We're gonna do the after party after the game, man. So y'all make sure, man, that y'all come in. Y'all make sure that y'all come in the after party tomorrow, man, because we're gonna get it cracking, man. We're gonna shut it down, man. We got a lot of things that we need to talk about, man. That's what I'm saying. Look, tomorrow is a big day, man. If Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns win against the Chicago Bears, one of the hottest teams in the NFL right now, what they gonna say? What is the narrative gonna be next, man? He's still immature. He still don't got the arm talent. He's still a 5th-round pick. He's still gonna be criticized. He don't have the football IQ. He got happy feet. He takes too many sacks. Is that going to be the same? Is that going to be the narrative? What are they going to say now, man? What are they going to say now? You talking about Jamie Foxx? Jamie Foxx comments on Mary Kay? See, that's what I'm saying. Look, we left Mary Kay. We left Mary Kay Cabot alone. We already exposed her. We did enough of Mary Kay Cabot. But if we got to go back to Mary Kay Cabot for her being asinine and some of her comments, we can touch on that. But right now, we already exposed. We exposed Mary Kay Cabot and Tony Grossi. Well, we're going to see if everybody plays. But like I said, it's going to be a big day. It's going to be a big day in Chicago. And like I said, if Cleveland pulls that win off and Shedeur Sanders puts up any kind of numbers, anywhere over 200 yards in a touchdown or something like that, what are they going to say now, man? Are they going to still come and criticize him? Oh, it's a couple plays that he could have, had back. He could have hit the man and stuff. It's too much diving deep into how Shedeur Sanders is going to play. And like Shedeur says, I'm comfortable being uncomfortable. And that's what they don't like about the kid. Because he's comfortable being uncomfortable. So, guys, we're going to see y'all tomorrow on the after party. After the game, make sure y'all pull up. Make sure y'all tell a friend to tell a friend. And like I said, if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure y'all hit the subscribe button, turn your post notifications on. And make sure y'all join the community, man. Hit that join button, man. Let's have a movement over here. I'm trying to have that movement like G. Bush, man. G. Bush got his community over there popping, man. They support him. They join his channel. They send super chats, man. I should be right there in that realm too. So if you get a chance, man, join the channel, send a super chat, man. Support what we got going on over here because we bring y'all some of the hottest content when it comes to Shedeur Sanders, man. And this is going to wrap up another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K Sap. Catch you on the next one. Deuces.
Thanks for listening to the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share on all major platforms.